Lead with love. And don't be a dickhead.
Queens, stand up.
Yeah, breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad shit, I should be a savage. Who would've thought it turned me to a savage? Rather be tied up with calls and not strings. Write my own checks like I write what I sing. Yeah, stop watching my neck. It's flossy, make big deposits. My gloss is popping. You like my hair? She thinks, just drop it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Yeah, I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it. Yeah. You like my hair? She thinks, just drop it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Yeah. Wearing no ring, but ain't gon' be no misses. I'm matching diamonds for 6 of my bitches. I'd rather spoil all my friends with my riches. Think without therapy, might know addiction. Whoever said money can solve your problems must not have had enough money to solve them. They say which one I say now, I want all of them. Happiness is the same price as red bottoms. My smile is beaming, my skin is gleaming. The way it shine, I know you've seen it. I bought a crib, just falls. The closet, both his and hers. I want it, I got it. Yeah, I want it, I got it. 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 You like my hair? She thinks, just drop it. I see it, I like it. I want it, I got it. My receipts be looking like phone numbers. If it ain't money, then wrong number. Black card is my business card. The way it be setting the tone for me. I don't need a brag, but I be like, put it in the bag, yeah. When you see the max, they stack up like my ass, yeah. Go from the south to the booth, make it all back in one loop. Give me the loot, never mind, I got the juice. Nothing but never we shoot. Look at my neck, ain't got enough money to pay me respect. Ain't no budget when I'm on the set. If I like it, then that's what I get, yeah. I want it, I got it. 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 You like my hair? She thinks, just drop it. I see it, I like it. I want it, I got it.
Hey y'all, let me start my cam here. Happy Thursday. How is everyone? Welcome to the margarita room, y'all. I know we don't have any background music, right? Thanks, Tiny. Hold on. Oh shit, we'll have a little Jay-Z in the background. How about that? All right, y'all. Hey, Tamykah, come on over.
Hey
Hey,
Queen.
how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Super good. So everyone, first of all, welcome to the margarita room. This is your girl Dutch, and I'm here with the fabulous Tamykah. Hold on, you get a earbud. I'm just introducing you right off the bat because we're gonna get into the shit. But before we get into the shit, we're gonna get into this disclaimer because I kind of have to do that. Okay, so listen, this program is intended to be viewed by and listened to by mature audiences. Okay, listen, hide your kids, hide whoever's sensitive because we give zero fucks over here. when we're speaking our truth. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, and they do not reflect any views or positions they represent, any entities, any law enforcement agencies, United States government, all the agencies. We don't represent them. We're speaking our truths here, okay? And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, right?
I say.
Ashe. What does Ashe mean?
It means it's kind of like the equivalent to amen. On the
Mm,
spiritual side, it's like it will be done.
it will be done. Okay, well, I love it. I love that. Ashe. Well, thank you so much for joining me today on my show, The Margarita Room. So, for those who haven't joined us before, welcome. I am your gracious hostess with the mostest, Duchess. You could also call me Samantha Stevens because I'm kind of witchy from, Bewitched. You could also call me Dat Bitch if you want. I mean, I've got so many other names, but what's your AKA? Oh, look, right there.
Mhm.
Scientistpreneur. Now, listen. I told you guys that I have some really cool fucking friends, right? Not only are they cool, they're smart. They're like brainiac scientist smart. Like literally, I got a friend that's an actual scientist, right? Wait, hold on. We you get another year. You get a year for that because you're literally a scientist. So, shades. Oh, you are hopping.
Thank you, Queen.
You are more than welcome. So, we got Tamykah here. She's a scientist. We're gonna get into all that shit later because I know you guys are dying to know what that means. But you guys know how we start. We start off with the horoscopes.
Mm.
And shout out to Tiny because Tiny's not here today, y'all. Tiny had to other things to do. When the city of Gotham calls, he's gotta take charge. So Tiny, stay up. See you next week, my man. All right, so we're gonna get into the horoscopes. Are you into horoscopes?
I sure am, and it's our season too. I'm a bull.
You are a Taurus.
I'm a bull.
Wow. So happy birthday. Did your birthday come yet?
It was on the 26th of April.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Love it. Yes.
Don't tell me that.
I'm living at 37 now. 37 years on the planet.
Mazel to 37 years old. So April 22nd is April 26th, excuse me, and April 22nd, but April 26th is a very important day to me.
Really?
Because that is the day my first brother was born.
I don't really meet that many people. It's a very rare birthday.
April 26th
Yes.
was the year that Derek, aka Flacco, was born. And last week we ran a banner across the bottom, said happy birthday, Flacco, and everything. Yeah, and also my nephew, Lennox James. I love you so much. His birthday just passed, it was on the 3rd. He turned 11 years old.
That's a powerful number.
I love that number, 11. Can you tell us the importance of number 11?
It is. It's a very divine number. So a lot of people say 11, 11, 11, 11, right? And it's the spirit of manifestation. So actually every day at 11, 11 in the morning, and if you're awake in the evening, me and my children, we do our manifestation. We have like a whole production. We play this song by Londrell called Manifesting Money, and everybody says their manifestations.
Oh my God, hold on, because you're dropping jewels very early in the show, and I did not expect that. Or maybe I did because you're a scientist and you're also like a goddess and a lot of things going on with you. So, okay, so hold on, just calm down and speak slow. So at 11:11, I'm going to put it up on the screen so the folks who are watching us will be able to see it. The people who, obviously y'all heard on the radio already. So for those who are watching, I'm going to put up on the screen so they can see. So say that again at 11:11 a.m. and p.m.
11:11 a.m. and p.m. My children and I, we do manifestation time. So that's usually, that's when you connect with the divine and you kind of speak out what it is that you want to manifest. And so we usually play this song by Londrell called Manifesting Money.
How do you spell Londrell?
Londrelle. And it's called Manifesting Money. And it's like one of those hip beats, and we just kind of like jump around and we go in order. Like, what are you manifesting? What are you manifesting? What are you manifesting?
Wow. I love that. So 11:11 a.m. and p.m. You do a manifestation time with your kids.
Yeah.
Londrell's Manifesting Money song.
Yes. It's a dope song, by the way.
Say it again.
It's a very dope song, by the way.
I love it. I am actually I'm going to put this up on the screen right now so that people know right there. Do a manifestation time to Londrell's Manifesting Money at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. so that you're like really synced in.
Yes. And we did quite a few things, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big deal because my kids are homeschooled, so we spend a lot of time together, and we share our goals and dreams and stuff like that. And we've manifested quite a bit in the last year or so. So they're actually seeing the manifestation happen, which allows them to. And look, it was just 11:44 that we were live, but they're seeing the manifestations come to fruition, which makes them continue to connect with the universe that way. So.
I love that so much. How many kids you got?
I have 3. I have an 18-year-old, I have a 9-year-old, and I have a 5-year-old.
Oh my gosh, I'm one of 3 too. Isn't that crazy?
You have children?
I do not. I have 2 fur babies, Carmela.
I'll take it.
Listen, because the way that these. So I was taking Carmelo and Jet for a walk, right? Before I went to the market room. And Jet is younger than Carmelo.
Okay.
Is going to be 4 and Carmelo's going to be 8. Okay.
Got it.
So Jet walks really fast.
Which is why he's probably called Jet.
Well, she's actually jet black, right?
Oh.
She's a black lab. And Carmelo is a red nose pit bull.
Oh.
A baby. So anyway, so Jet walks really fast and we had already walked around a little bit and Carmelo was probably tired. And he just decided to stop walking. Just stop. Now they're attached at the leash, right? It felt like a double loop. They kind of have to walk in unison. But Carmelo stopped. And literally for a split second, I got nervous. Like, oh my God, what's wrong with him? Did he hurt himself? Did he like as moms, right? It's always the first thing. It's like, what happened? So once I got into the crib, I realized he just didn't want to walk anymore.
He's probably a Taurian.
No, he's actually a Gemini.
Even worse.
He's yes, he's a Gemini. He's June 7th. And I realized he just didn't want to walk. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm a mom for real. Because I was about to get on the phone with the vet. I was checking hips. I was checking paws to make sure nothing was in the paw. So anyway, so yeah, I'm one of 3 and I have 2 fur babies. So shout out to the moms. Mother's Day is coming this weekend. Y'all moms, get yours. The people that are acting moms, get yours. All that shit. The aunties get yours.
Right, all the divine feminine.
Everyone.
We the mothers of the earth.
Facts, all facts. Facts on facts. So, happy belated birthday to my boy, Lennox James, and happy belated birthday to you, my girl, Tamykah, because I can't believe you have the same birthday as my brother. Awesome.
I think I met maybe 3 people in my lifetime with that birthday. 3.
Look at that. All right, so let's get into Aries. Aries, listen. So while you may not have been feeling quite as your usual self over the past 2 days, Aries, today you're likely to be feeling mentally and physically stronger and more focused. You could discuss new ideas for future projects, either personal or business, and formulate plans of action. Your financial future could be on your mind. This is the day to look into ways to ensure it. Enjoy your day.
Mm,
I love that. I love that. I love that. Manifesting, right? We're
that's
just
right.
manifesting new ideas. Those are manifestations, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God, we got to get a year for that one. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying?
It's all aligned.
It's listen, okay. So hop to it, Aries. Okay, here we are, Taurus. If it's your
Okay.
birthday,
Hold
it's
on.
your birthday. Okay, get ready, Tamykah. Lennon,
Ready.
listen. I don't know if you're listening to me, but I love you. Happy birthday. I love you. I love you. I love you. Here's your horoscope. Hope you're having a great day. Listen, a date with a significant other could bring up discussions about plans for the future, Taurus. Ooh. Talk could run the gamut of all your concerns, from the practical to the artistic to business to philosophical matters. The overall impact of this might be that it brings the two of you closer together. You might decide to partner on some kind of creative project. Woo!
He out there though. He waiting.
He's waiting.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
Okay. We're sprinkling dust. We're manifesting.
I'm bringing it in.
Manifesting. Okay. All right, Taurus. So listen, I hope you have a great night tonight with your lover discussing your creative project.
Right. Or meet them in your dreams like I will.
Facts. All facts. All right, on to these lion ass Geminis. Oof.
Sis.
They are the worst.
My son is one. He's like a borderline Cancer though. He's June 20th. So
I was gonna say the May Geminis are the worst. I was gonna
I've heard. I've heard some things.
the May ones, they're the worst. So hey Gemini, even though you may be a May Gemini, I still love you, I swear. We just gotta work, from within. From within. Anyway, so listen. A number of visitors could come to your home today, Gemini. And a number of fascinating subjects could come up in the course of your conversation. Some ideas might come directly or indirectly from these discussions. You might want to put them to use formulating plans of actions to make your future more fulfilling. Professional, financial, and spiritual opportunities could all open up for you. Go for it. Ooh, I like that.
I wish that was. But go ahead.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. I like that.
Wait, what sign are you?
I'm a Scorpio, the best sign.
I knew it. I did know it. That fixed water sign.
Yes. November 2nd. I mean, there's just something about us Scorpios that are just intoxicating.
Spicy.
Yes. Spicy, intoxicating. It's wonderful to be a Scorpio. It's an experience. Anyway, hey, Cancer. I love Cancers. Do you know any Cancers?
I have like two really close Cancer people.
Like
and Cancer's in my chart as well. So it keeps me connected to emotions. They're very sensitive and emotional people. So
definitely are. Definitely are. Hey, Dad. Hey, Loki.
hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Okay, so listen, Cancer. Some short trips in your neighborhood and contact with neighbors or visitors to your community could bring some interesting information your way, Cancer. It gets you thinking about ways to improve your socioeconomic status and probably your professional standing. Spiritual and philosophical decisions could also take place. In addition, your insights could prove as valuable as any outside information. Trust your intuition and follow your heart. Following the intuition.
We got to trust it first, follow it. That's the hard part.
How long has it taken you to follow your intuition? Do you slip up sometimes?
Um, to be honest,
Yeah.
maybe like the last couple of months. It takes some time to realize that your intuition was right, but then you still second guess it. You know how you have a feeling and then you find that it was correct later on, and you're like, oh wow, but then you still question it over and over. So it probably the last couple of months. I've learned now that it's there for a reason, even if it's not totally accurate. It triggers something inside that is coming from a real place. So either way, trust it.
Either way, trust it. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that a lot. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Hey, Leo. Speaking of heart, proud
Right.
Leo. So, listen, Leo, a talent for interior decoration that you may or may not have been aware of could inspire you to do some work on your home. You'll probably consider a lot of different options and make long lists of possibilities, Leo. Discussion with friends and family members can bring new ideas to mind. You might want to take a chance and try something a little different. Go to it and have fun. I love that. Have fun. So many times we forget to enjoy the moments.
Yeah. I totally resonate with that.
We're thinking about what we have to do after we're done with this moment, right?
Or what happened prior to this moment.
Right, or what happened before. I'm learning to just be grateful for literally every single second.
Yeah.
Breathe. Do you forget to breathe sometimes? Because I sometimes, not
I
sometimes.
do. I didn't realize I wasn't breathing until I started when I became a yoga instructor. I realized I was breathing the wrong way my whole life.
Okay, now listen, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
Like I said, y'all, I got smart friends. I got really fucking smart friends. I got really fucking friends that are aware and conscious. I got really fucking flexible friends.
Shay.
I got it all. Okay. She does yoga. I do yoga. I've been doing yoga. I've been doing hot yoga for let's see, easily 20 years. I love hot yoga. Shout out to the yoga studio in Bayside that's no longer there, but y'all gave me my first dose of
Bikram?
no, it wasn't Bikram.
What is it called?
You know what? I guess it was Bikram.
Mhm.
Definitely
I'm
was.
not familiar with that particular space.
Yeah, it was more of like a Bikram style. Definitely wasn't vinyasa because
Mm-hmm.
I like the holding of the poses.
Got it.
Not like the constant flow.
So it might have been hatha or restorative. Those are the three things that I'm certified in: vinyasa, hatha, and restorative. So
See, there you go. There you go. Um, so she is a yoga instructor, and this whole breathing thing.
it's a big deal.
When you forget to breathe, that triggers like anxiety and like thoughts.
Fight or flight.
And it's crazy how you when you breathe through things just in life in general, like your thoughts just flow. When you stop breathing, things kind of get like backed up and jammed up. And I am learning that. I'm learning that. So
That's a big deal for Scorpios too.
yes. What is?
Just learning how to do what you just said, breathing. Because you see, you guys, it's a water sign, so you naturally flow, but it's a fixed sign. So you're kind of restricted. It's like a weird limited space where you have to figure out, just figure out.
Yes, I do have to figure out. And when things click and you feel comfortable in that fixed space of expansion,
You can still flow.
right, you can still flow. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, that's the thing. When you become aware and you breathe through things, even though, you may be still, you can still expand and work through things. Oh my God, I love that.
That's true.
Wow, I love that. Okay, Leo. So you guys are going to go have fun tonight and make a list of all the creative things that you're thinking of. And remember, interior decorating. Interior decorating. Remember. Hey, Virgo.
One of my faves. One of everybody's faves, actually. You can't not love Virgos.
Yeah, one of my besties is a Virgo, the last day of August, and he and I have just been best friends since we're 12 years old, and we are just connected on so many levels. We have the same type of like kind of the same type of personality.
Hmm.
It's just very interesting to see his brain, how he works. He's very type A. He
Hmm.
gets shit done. He sets goals and he does. It's just really amazing to see how everything just kind of falls in place for him. Super proud of my Virgo bestie.
Yes.
Love you, babe. Love you, Jay. All right, so listen, Virgo. So spiritual and intellectual matters may be very much on your mind, Virgo. A lot of ideas could have come your way, although until now, they may not have been very focused. Today, however, your mind should be clear enough to write down your thoughts and read the works of others in order to gain more insight.
Hmm.
The possibility of a short trip out of town could also arise. Enjoy your day.
Hmm.
That.
That resonates in some strange ways for me because Scorpio is my second sign.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a weird combination.
Wow. Okay. A short trip
Um,
out of town. I love that. So elaborate a little bit more. Why how does that resonate with you?
the thinking about certain things, the intellectual. I've been in a very intellectual and spiritual type of space, just asking, analyzing, like just connecting to the divine more in the space now, but like almost overthinking sometimes. So the Taurian kind of helps ground it down.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't know about that trip though. It's still not midnight yet, so maybe somebody will come snatch me. But for now, I don't think I'm taking a trip.
Well, listen, it's in your horizon. I love that.
I'll take it.
Hey Virgo. I mean Libra. We just did Virgo. Hey Libra. How y'all doing today? So listen, Libra. Although your mind may have been a bit clouded over the past few days, today the fog should clear and you'll feel more focused. Money matters might need some attention, Libra, and you're in just the right space to dig in and take care of them. Once practical matters are settled, however, this is a great day for spiritual studies or meditation.
Mm,
Creative projects can also benefit from your increased concentration.
hmm.
Meditation.
Started in my day, every day,
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk.
every single day. My children, me. It's yes.
Okay, so I have started to meditate.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's every day that I do it, I feel really good afterwards. It feels like I accomplished something.
That's right.
And it's getting a little bit easier
To focus.
to focus.
Hmm.
It's getting every day. It's getting just a tinsy bit easier to focus. And I listen a little bit deeper. Um, I listen to Trap Yoga Bay.
I love her.
Oh my gosh.
A couple of my yogi friends, they take her classes. I've been trying to get to one. I'm gonna get to one soon.
Listen, you and me, we're gonna go.
I'm down.
Yoga Bay.
I'm totally down. I love her.
I love her too. So I literally just found her 2 weeks ago. I found another podcast called Good Moms, Bad Choices.
I just somebody else just did that.
Okay, you got to get into it. Okay,
Got it.
Good Moms, Bad Choices. That's Mila and Erica over there. They're over in California. You know, they're beautiful black girl magic goddesses, witchy, you know, horoscopy, cards, tarot, weed, moms, beautiful moms of beautiful fucking kids. I mean, successful world travelers, everything, right?
Sounds dope.
Trap Yoga Bay was on Good Moms, Bad Choices.
Oh.
And we did a meditation episode. It's like 9 minutes. And I listened to it every day. And one of her mottos, Trap Yoga Bay. For y'all that don't know Trap Yoga Bay, you listen, Trap Yoga Bay.
The one and only.
Right. So TRAP Yoga, YOGA Bay, B like boy, AE. Anyway, she's got like a motto that we are unfuckwittable.
Ashe.
Fucking Shay.
Ashe, yes.
We are unfuckwittable.
I was just looking at her twerking video earlier. I was like, yes, I'm trying to get my booty just like that.
Dude, the ass on that woman.
The way she manipulates the ass. It ain't just the ass, it's the way she can just, you know what I'm saying?
Everything. Her hair, her body. She makes her bed every morning. I make my bed every morning. Do you make your bed every morning?
I just started to. It makes a huge difference.
Yes, I love it.
It makes a huge difference.
You get your. You get a year.
That it makes a really, really big difference when I'm getting back into it. You know what I mean? Like
it feels fresh.
It feels fresh. Plus, I work from home mostly, so it's like it used to kind of be like, why am I even making the bed? Because I spend, you know, like a lot of time in my room, right? And I'm a Taurian who like comfort. So every time I look at my bed, I'm like, I could just do my work over on the bed. But then I have a hard time sleeping at night because I already convinced my body that the bed doesn't equal sleep anymore. It equals whatever. Right. And I'm celibate right now, so ain't nothing else happening in the bed, so I can't sleep.
Celibate right now?
I'm celibate, not selling a bit, but celibate.
How's that going for you?
It's going. I mean, I guess by choice. I guess maybe not by choice. I don't know. I'm in healing mode right now, and so I'm learning to get the things that I may have sought out in others within myself. Because see, what happens is it's like a balloon, right? And when you allow somebody else to inflate that balloon, and now it's like it's big, and now you feel like you're floating. All they have to do is come along and pop the balloon.
That's a fact.
Right. But when you inflate yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a different type of feeling. So the journey I'm on right now is self, right? Like I want to fill up my own cup in a way where I'm not seeking anything, and whatever I'm seeking is also seeking me, kind of thing, right? So, you know, AKA not fucking.
Right. You know, and going back to Good Moms, Bad Choices, you don't because they had an episode talking about the demon dick, right?
Oh, girl. Scorpio.
And that you don't. Okay, so, and how you don't realize that it's demon.
Oh, for sure.
And you will cancel an appointment for dick. You will leave your homegirls for dick. You will do a whole bunch of dumb shit that you wouldn't really do for dick, or the person attached to the dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So that resonates a whole lot. So on that episode, they were talking about celibacy and
Mhm.
leaning from dick all around to refill themselves.
Yes, sacral chakra work. I don't even, do the self thing.
Really?
No, I don't want to.
Want to.
I mean, I had a little, episode the other day. I just act like it didn't happen. It was a blip on the radar. It was a blip.
Hold on, you get
God is a forgiving God. It didn't really happen, right?
that's actually hilarious that you said that. That
Because but it made me realize that I wasn't ready yet. You get what I mean? Like that's why I'm gonna like act like it didn't happen because it made me realize that you know. I'll put it this way.
Mm,
When they say you fall in love,
got it.
I've never liked that term, right? Because it kind of makes me feel like you slipped on a banana peel and fell in a puddle, that it wasn't intentional, right? And you're falling, right? I feel like love is uplifting, right? So I want to rise in love type of thing, right? And when you use sacral chakra work, whether that's self or with others to fill other chakras, right? You end up falling, right? Rather than being uplifted. And so some women might experience after they've engaged with someone, you know how that euphoria happens after from the pillow talk? They end up not feeling that great. They feel empty, right? They feel lower than they did before they engage with that person because they had it built up so much like that demon dick. Like it's gonna make me feel so good, it's gonna make my day better, all of that. But that's not what it's for.
Right.
Right. You're supposed to enter that space already full so that you can have a decent and healthy exchange with the other person, not suck them like a succubus or incubus, right? And so that one little blip on the radar that we can act like never happened,
Which you can, and you're
right? Because I can do that. That's my business. Like,
reality. So fuck that. Okay.
right?
Anyway.
That made me realize that I'm not ready yet, and it's okay. I think it was more of I need to do this, right? Like, like I'm getting older. It was a mind fuck almost, and it made me realize you're good, sis. You're fine. You're fine in the space that you are, and that was okay. So we're gonna just keep on a journey and act like that didn't happen, and still keeping the date count that didn't happen.
Listen, it's all good, and I love that for you. I
Yes.
really love that for you. Moving along to the best sign.
Here we go. Bring it in.
Hey, Scorpio. Listen, Scorpio, I hope you're having an amazing day and an amazing week. You worked really hard today. Pat yourself on the back, okay? You opened your eyes. You made that move to do whatever it is that you did. You got it done. I'm super proud of you. Pat yourself on the back. You did a great job. So listen.
Was that your horoscope for them? Or was that the actual horoscope?
Horoscope. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm pouring into myself as well. Because usually I pick up other signs, you know what I'm saying? But the Scorpio is the shit. So y'all, you did a great job today. Love you. All right, so listen. So stimulation that you could receive today from group activities might open doors to a wealth of rich experiences, Scorpio. Your innate organizing talents may be called upon. Decisions with others lead to a new understanding of social, spiritual, or political philosophies and expand your intellectual horizons. An increased ability to concentrate can lead to success with whatever you try to accomplish. Go for it. Oh my God. An increased ability to concentrate. I just said I've been meditating and getting so much more.
All I heard was rich and wealth.
Thank you, my love. Thank you. I will take it. I will take it. I will take it all. So another thing you may not know, Tamykah, on this show, whenever I read the horoscopes, I don't look at the horoscopes until
Okay.
today, until like right now, right? And usually the horoscopes are spot on
Hmm.
with all the signs. All the signs. People call in. Hey, listen, if you're listening, call me up. 516-206-0711. 516-206-0711. Sorry, I forgot to say that earlier. Tiny's usually here and he runs all that stuff down. So, Tiny, we miss you. So 516-206-0711. Give me a call, right? If you want to talk about your horoscopes or if you just want to talk about whatever. So yeah, so usually the horoscopes are on point. So this means so much to me. We're just talking about meditation,
Yes.
focusing and concentrating and all this other shit. I love it. Whew. Love it. Hey, Sag.
Oh, my baby is sad.
Your baby's a Sag?
Yeah.
Tell me about your baby. Tell me about
Oh my goodness. Her name is
her name. What is her name?
Usha,
Usha.
and she's 5. When I was pregnant with her. Yeah. Huh?
My neighbor's name is Usha.
Get out.
Swear to God. I don't even know what that means.
Wow, it's a deep story actually. When I was pregnant with her, I was blind. And I was
Hold
yeah.
on. No, wait, hold on. Hold on a second. You get a year for that one.
Yes.
This said she was blind,
Yeah.
pregnant.
I was blind before I got pregnant with her. And then at the end of my blindness is when I got pregnant with her. And I ended up going to see Dr. Savi in Honduras to get my eyes healed. And I named her Usha after the village because he healed me. So Usha means daughter of heaven and bringer of light.
I am blown away right now.
Yeah, it's the short version.
And that short version, literally just wow.
I was one of the last people that he healed.
Hold on a second. You were blind, and now you're not blind anymore.
No, Dr. Safi healed me. And I think partially she healed me too from the womb. That's what she tells me.
That's what she tells you.
Oh yes, she told the whole story.
How old is she?
She's 5 now. She'll be 6 on November 25th. Her due date was actually Dr. Sabi's birthday, and he told me that she was going to be a powerful girl. And he was right. I was only 7 weeks pregnant when he told me that. And
When's Dr. Sabi's birthday?
November 26th.
Wow, that's my mom's birthday.
Yeah, but he got killed. But he passed away while I was pregnant with her.
Wow, you're fucking legit, dude.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're fucking legit. What the fuck, man?
I've lived a life.
Hold on a second, doctors. Okay, you were blind.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to talk about this?
So I was working at Columbia University, running a lab there, right? In the cardiology department.
Sis said that she was running the cardiology department.
Well, not the whole department, just the lab in the department. I was managing the lab.
Just the lab in the cardiology department.
Doing research, yeah.
Research at Columbia University in New York. New York City.
Yeah, Washington Heights.
Got it. Okay, you're the shit. Proceed. Go ahead.
And I was there for about 2 years. And fast forward on my 30th birthday, on my wedding day, I'm now divorced, which we talked about. But on my 30th birthday, when I was in the bathroom putting my contacts in to go out to see the makeup artist, I realized that when I closed one of my eyes and I opened the other one to put the contact in, I couldn't see. And so, because I'm a Taurian, we don't really freak out, we freak in. So I didn't like outburst or anything. I was like, whoa, this is not good. The contact fell down the drain, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna deal with that later. I'm just gonna get married first, right? Then I'll deal with the blind.
I'm just gonna go get
So I went out. This was April 26, 2015. I went out, got my makeup done. I got married across the street on my birthday in the park. I couldn't see much. My son walked me down the aisle. And then 2 days later, I think 2 or 3 days later, I went to my then husband and I was like, I'm having some trouble seeing just a little bit. And so I went to the urgent care. The urgent care was like, we don't know what's wrong with you. I went to Columbia because I worked there, and I went to the ophthalmology department. And the person that saw me, she was like, I think I know what you have, but you're not supposed to have it. And I was like. She was like, I think that you have this thing, but it usually only happens to Asian women over 70. It's a form of macular degeneration, meaning that, at an older age, you get it. And so I was like, okay, what do I have to do? She said, well, you need to go see the retina specialist, like ASAP. I went to see the retina specialist, and they did all this testing on my eyes. They dyed some, green stuff in the eye and whatnot. And after all the testing, he was like, yeah, you do have this thing. And so the thing was called, it's a long name. I'm going to say it, then I'm going to abbreviate it. It's called polypoidal choroidal vasculopathy, right? So it's a wet form of macular degeneration. And what it means is that abnormal blood vessels were sprouting in my eyes and then they were bursting. And so my eyes were constantly filled with blood. And so that is what was stopping me from seeing properly because the blood was, kind of keeping my vision from keeping me from seeing outside. And so he said, you're going to have to get eye injections. And so I had my first eye injection that day. And eye injection, I mean,
like a needle, an actual needle going into your eyeball.
Sis, they take this thing, they prop your eye open, right? So that you can't blink.
Fuck.
Right? Yeah, they prop it open with this metal thing, so you can't blink. They pour betadine in there, that iodine stuff,
Okay.
to clean it out. Then they take this and they numb the outside so that, I thought it was going to be numb. I was like, okay, you numb it, but your eye is propped open, right? And then they tell you, look that way because they don't want to poke you in the black part of your eye. They want to poke you in the white part, right? But when you have a needle coming towards your eye, your natural reaction is to do what? To look toward the needle. So it was really difficult to just keep my eye a certain way. What they don't tell you is the outside is numb, but the inside is not. So once the needle breaches the eyeball and it goes in, you feel every single thing. And then what they don't tell you too, you sign a waiver, but you blind. So you sign waivers, you don't even know what you're signing, right? The waiver says after you get the injection, there's a chance you can go blind. So right after the injection, you lose your vision for like a couple of minutes while the medication is doing its thing, but there's a possibility that you could just stay that way.
So
right?
you blind in that one eye or both of your eyes?
So the thing is, the condition was in both my eyes, right? But because of where the blood vessels were in the left eye, it was blocking what they call the fovea, which is what allows you to see outside of your eye. In the right eye, it wasn't. So it's in both eyes, and it was just really affecting only the vision in the left eye. And so I got eye injections for quite a few months, and I had to get them every 2 weeks. And so that caused me to lose my job, obviously, because, you can't be a scientist if you can't see. Lost my job, my savings, my salary, a little bit of my sanity, right, and my sight. And for some time, I was kind of like, devastated. When it's your dream and you can't do it, like, whoa, right? Like, what's the point? And so fast forward, I really gave up on life, to be quite honest. And I started not feeling well one day. I went to the doctor and they were like, you're pregnant. And the doctor was like, you could not have picked a worse time to get pregnant because this baby could kill you. It was a white person. They like to tell us that. But anyway, they're like,
and it's so funny you're saying that. My father and I had a conversation yesterday about he's had a cough now for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
But and he's like, whatever medicine he mentioned, oh, they should have given me whatever it is, it would have worked right out. But they gave him some other type of medicine. And I said, well, Dad, you could have said to them, this is what usually helps me if I have a cough. And he's like, I can't tell them what to prescribe me. And I said, well, you goddamn can. If you're going to a freaking doctor and say that this medication usually helps me, then you certainly could. Anyway, I said, well, what about your regular doctor? He says, oh, my regular doctor just fucking sucks. And I says, you know what? I have changed, and I am changing actively all of my medical professionals to Black medical professionals, because every single doctor I've been to that was not Black never listened to me. And I'm talking from my regular doctor to give me a physical and tell me that the Tuskegee experiment, oh, don't worry about that. That happened so long in the past.
It still happened. Oh, sorry. Let me close my mouth. Continue.
That's exactly why I stopped seeing his ass, Dr. Nordlick, okay?
Blow it up.
Nordlick over at Northwell, okay? Telling me not to worry because the Tuskegee experiment is so long in the past. To, a therapist who I ask about an emotional support animal and telling me that I don't need one because of my job and what would my job think. You know what I'm saying? So on different levels, these people, they do not listen. And I have changed my OBGYN to a Black female doctor. She's amazing. I'm going to see a Black female doctor, my regular what do they call PCPs? Right? I've waited 5 months to see her. I'm going to see her next week, so I'm super excited about that. So yes, changing all my medical professionals, because we have a certain lingo. We know us.
But that's the thing. There are things medically that affect people of color in different ways. And it sometimes takes a person of color to even acknowledge that, right? Like, it's not a cookie cutter type of situation. We are made and created much differently than the others, if I can say that, right?
That's actually, we're actually going to drop a euro on that
one. Yeah. We need different vitamins, we need different minerals.
In case y'all don't fucking know, we're made fucking different, okay?
Very much so.
We're made fucking different, okay? We require especial attention.
Especially because we are outside of the world. We weren't meant to be here. And so a lot of Black people that are in, these climates where it gets cold, our blood is thicker, actually thicker than a lot of other ethnicities. And so when we're in the cold, our blood becomes very stagnant. So we end up with issues like womb issues and anemia and all these other things, right? Because it's just different.
Talk that shit.
It's different. We need more. We need more vitamin D. A lot of women right now, especially Black women, mostly Black women, are having a lot of issues because they don't get enough vitamin D. You get it from the sun
every day.
We require so much of it. So the winter time when we're not getting enough, right? We suffer. A lot of people have diabetes right now, and they think it's because they ate a lot of sugar, and it's because they don't get enough vitamin D. A lot of women have MS right now, or got diagnosed with MS, and they think it's because of some random other thing, and it's because of vitamin D. Some women are having miscarriages, right? And they think that it's because they did something wrong, or because, something is going on, and it's because they don't have enough vitamin D.
Vitamin D is vital. Sisters and brothers out there, listen to my voice. Listen to Tamykah's voice. She's a fucking medical professional. She's a scientist, for crying out loud, y'all. Fuck! Get your vitamin D in. It is necessary.
And I'm not talking about the pill stuff that we don't absorb that well. I'm not talking about that pill they give you. I'm talking about go somewhere, take a vacation, and get some actual sun. Okay. I'm talking about the source of vitamin D, sun. Go to a tropical climate, make it a part of your self-care routine that you're doing every 3 months. Okay. You know what I mean? And just, soak it all up.
Well, what about for those who either can't get away every 3 months or whatever? How would you recommend?
Take a walk.
take a walk.
Go outside. Make sure you're getting enough calcium, because calcium and vitamin C are crucial to you getting vitamin D in your body too, you know. But going outside, getting eating a lot of green things, even just liquid chlorophyll, you know, things like that. But just go outside, even if it's for an hour, take a walk and just soak it up.
I was taking liquid chlorophyll as well.
It's amazing. It makes the punani smell good and everything else too. You don't need deodorant.
Yes. Wow.
Punani deodorant, chlorophyll.
What? You're the resident science. Y'all, hold on, because we're going to do another year. We got a resident fucking scientist in the building. And we have, you know who's playing in the background?
Who that?
Janelle Monáe.
I like her. You got her look right now too. You got that Janelle Monáe bun on the top.
Yeah. And it's featuring Erica Badu.
Another one. Speaking about vaginas in essence and punanis.
This song is called Queen.
I know that song.
Pump it for a second.
I can't take it no more, baby. Me and Tuxedo Crew, we're rolling so crazy in the black and white. We got the drum so tight, baby. Here comes the freedom song. Too strong, we move it on. Baby, this melody will show you another way. Been trying for quite so long. Come
Here
home,
you go, that Scorpio energy.
because the booty don't lie.
The booty don't lie.
At all.
We were talking about the booty earlier. Trap Yoga Bay's booty. Y'all, go find her on Instagram.
Look at her booty. It gives me so much inspiration.
And it's just, and her story, your story is amazing. Her story is amazing. Have you heard her story?
I have. I look forward to meeting her. We share a lot of different things in common. And she is in a lot of ways where I aspire to be when it comes to confidence. And my brand, you know, for yoga is about transmutation. And I think about her a lot. Like, she pops up on my feed, even like very divinely, when I'm like having a certain lower vibrational self-talk. And then I see one of her videos and it'd be like, "Ooh, get it together, girl."
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I listened to today her confidence meditation.
Amazing.
I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to send
Me
you the
too.
link before the podcast. Go, everyone who's listening to the sound of my fucking voice, go to right now, Good Moms, Bad Choices. Find them on your podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, go find See the Thing Is. That's with Bridget Kelly, native New Yorker. Love you. And Mandy B. She's from Florida. Love her too. Then also Black Girls Texting. I think it's called Black Girls Texting. They're in Brooklyn. I mean, listen, there's just so many great podcasts, so many safe spots, so many safe places. Thank God for Black women now on the podcast airwaves. We got to support them. Okay, we got to review. We got to give 5 stars. We got to change the algorithm, because you just said algorithm. There is a definite algorithm on, y'all know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. But you know, Twitter, you can see people's heads blown off, and TikTok and all that other stuff. But listen, go see them. So Trap Yoga Bay's story is absolutely phenomenal. So back to you. So you got injections for many months.
I got injections for about 8 months, and then I also had surgery on my eye. But when I got pregnant, the doctor told me that, I was like, whoa. But I was grateful because I didn't really care about myself as much. My spirit was very low, you know, and I'm a very independent person, and being blind, you really can't be that way, right? And I was going through some issues in my marriage, you know, so it was a lot, right? But my husband at the time, he did this GoFundMe. He spoke about Dr. Sabi, and I was like, at this point, like, I'll try whatever, right? And so we did a GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe, you know, raised enough money. Plus, the New York Comedy Club did this comedy benefit for me, and gave me all the proceeds to go towards my trip to Honduras as well. So I was able to raise all the money.
Wow.
I went to Honduras in April of 2016, and I was about 7 months pregnant. And I was there for about 5.5 weeks with Dr. Sabi.
You were there for 5.5 weeks
Yeah, I was there until the beginning of May.
with Dr. Sabi.
Yeah. When I first went down there, he wasn't there. He was traveling, but he came a couple of days later. We all sat with him in his house and, just had these long talks. We used to go smoke with him in his, big glass house. And he used to tell us all these stories about the people that he healed and his story, which is a super duper amazing story as well. And I got my vision back in about 5 days after being blind for about 9, 10 months, maybe.
Can you explain that to me? Can you
Yes.
explain that to the world right now? How that
Yeah.
happened?
So, Dr. Sage is all about alkaline, right? Keeping the body in an alkaline state. That's what helps fight off diseases and illnesses because diseases like to thrive in an acidic environment. And unfortunately, on this side of the world, we do a lot of things that feed the acidity in our bodies, right? Like meat, coffee, just diet, thoughts, everything. And so it's all about keeping the balance, leaning towards alkaline in the body. And so different herbs. I couldn't take all of the herbs or detox as much as the other people that were there because I was pregnant and you're not really supposed to detox while you're pregnant. And so I didn't get the full spectrum of everything. But I also was putting honey in my eyes, the honey from down there. And I still put the honey in my eyes to this day. Honey, yeah.
Honey.
Yes, it's actually an ancient Egyptian remedy for glaucoma, cataract, and blindness.
Hold up.
Hmm.
Honey, like from the honeybee.
Like, yeah, look, hold on. Let me turn around so you can see how much I love my people. You see my people? Hold on. Can you see my people?
Oh, you've got a bee.
I have 3 bees, but I had these bees since before I went blind.
You're
I've
kidding.
always had a very, I swear to you, I got the,
Oh my God, you get a year.
yes.
Hold on. You had that huge bee
Mm-hmm.
tattooed on your body
Mm-hmm.
before you went blind,
Mm-hmm.
before you put honey in your eyes.
I'll do you one better. Not only do I have bees on my back, but I also have a molecular formula. I don't know if you can see it.
I can see. Like,
See that?
yeah.
That's isopentyl acetate. That's the honeybee pheromone. And so when bees feel attacked, when they attack, they release a pheromone in the air to let the other bees know to come and help them attack as well. And
Ooh.
so that's the molecular formula of the honeybee pheromone, isopentyl acetate. I got that tattoo because when I was becoming a forensic scientist, I took a class called organic chemistry and I just absolutely loved it. And I fell in love with, I've always loved bees. I've been the queen bee like almost my whole life.
Sis, you get a year for that. Y'all, we're doing so many years today,
Divine intervention, says divine.
and I love it. I don't think we've done this many years ever on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so ISO, hold on. I gotta put this up on the screen, and you gotta spell it very slow.
Yes. ISO
Mhm.
PENTYL. That's one word. Space acetate, ACETATE.
What does that mean?
That's the honeybee pheromone. So that's the what the honeybees release when they want the other bees to come and attack. Coincidentally, quick science nerdy fact, that's also the molecular formula for the fake banana like scents. Like Laffy Taffies, when something smells like banana or tastes like banana, it's not real banana.
Uh-huh.
That's actually the same molecular formula.
Are you kidding me?
No.
How do you spell pheromone? Because I thought I spelled it correctly, but not right. Uh-huh.
P-H-E-R-E. Wait, hold on. I'm blanking here. PHEROMONE.
Oh, I missed that first O. Okay. The honeybee pheromone telling other bees
It's time. Let's get it.
it's on and popping.
Yes. He's been following me most of my adult life. They're my spirit animal. And so even sometimes when people are around me, especially in the summertime when they're out, like they will swarm. Like if I get angry, they will come around There are people that won't walk next to me because of all the bees. But it's one of my lifelong missions to help save the bees because they're in danger right now. We don't realize that if the bees die, then we die right after. So
I cannot believe we're talking about bees right now because I just went on a trip
did you? Where?
just to a candle shop. And in the candle shop, they had a whole bunch of honeybee wax.
And that's the only candle you should be using, by the way.
And I bought so many of them.
Oh
They
my goodness. I'm proud of you.
of honeybees, like big, chunky honeybee candles.
That's
I
the only
cannot
candle
believe.
you're using. You should not use any of the other candles because when you burn those the soy candles even or any of the other like that glade crap,
Uh-huh.
it's almost the same thing as putting your face into the exhaust of a car.
Really?
Yeah, the only candle you should be burning is beeswax because beeswax actually clean the air. They get rid of free radicals. So they bind to free radicals and then the free radicals drop so you can't breathe them in. So honeybee wax, like honeybee beeswax candles are the only candles you should use.
Oh my gosh.
My personal opinion, professional and personal opinion.
Use beeswax candles only, they get rid of the free radicals in the fucking air. Meaning,
Yeah, stop using that Glade shit. No more Glaze, no more Febreze. Leave that shit alone. That shit is killing black women, left and right.
okay, so listen, my beeswax candle didn't come in like a holder, so I'm just gonna put it on a plate, like a porcelain plate, and just burn it down.
Do what you got.
Beeswax candles only, y'all, and I bought mad of them.
Look at that. Fine.
Mad of them, like
Fine guidance.
holy shit, y'all. And we didn't even get through the horoscopes yet. We about to
Oh
just
shit. We forgot Sag.
no, yes, we never forget it because we were talking about Usha. Usha. I can't believe I have a neighbor named Usha. You're
Yes.
Usha.
But now you know what her name means. Her name means daughter of heaven and bringer of light.
Daughter of
It's literally in Sanskrit, it's like it connects night and day. So without Usha, without, there's no discernment, right? Yeah, Usha brings the light in of the sun, like it's like dawn. It's a whole thing.
she's the transition. She's the transition.
Ashe.
Without her, there's nothing. There has to be a transition.
Yes. And Dr. Sadie told me how powerful she was going to be. And sis, when
What
you're my Facebook friend now, so you can go through my page and you will see just how different she is. He said she was going to be a powerful girl, and it also means healer in Egyptian hieroglyphics. Usha.
I went to Egypt 2020 November for my birthday. November 2020. The day of my birthday, November 2nd, my ass was on a camel
Oh,
riding through the Sahara Desert, sitting my ass on the pyramids. Do you hear me?
we were just talking about that today.
I was sitting my brown ass
Yes.
on the pyramids. The ones that are like on money, the ones that you see in movies, all that shit.
Hmm.
I was actually sitting on one.
What was that like? That must have been like orgasmic,
First of all, so 2020 year of COVID, right? So there was
right?
nothing there. There's you're in the desert. There's no rules. There's no lines. There's none of that, right? Like the shit that you see here, the tourist shit that you see in America with ropes and all that. No, 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 no. You're just on a fucking camel in the middle of the desert, and it was amazing. The camel stopped. I got off the camel. I sat on one of the big pyramids. There are chunks of pyramid all around, obviously.
Hmm.
Rocks broke off. I brought home a rock about this size, maybe about the size of like a burger, a Big Mac, and I have it on my altar. Tamykah,
That's powerful.
it is so powerful. The stone, it's still like dusty.
Mm.
The camel, what I forgot his name, but anyway, he was very nice. They're huge. They're huge beasts. And when they walk, you're like, first of all, when you get on the camel has to like get down in the
Get
sand.
down.
Okay. And the instructor, well, the guide was like, okay, you got to hold on here and then you gotta swing your leg real, whatever. I've had mad surgeries on my knees and on my back. So listen, girl, but I swung and I got my ass up on that camel. Girl, when I sat down, he's like, okay, just hold on. He already showed us how the camel was going to go. This camel went all the way forward and I went all the way forward. Hold on for my dear girl. I was holding on to that freaking handle on the freaking whatever I was on so tight. He jerks forward and then jerks back and stands up. I thought I was on top of the Empire State Building. How tall?
Wow.
Girl. And he took care of me. We were just trotting along and just the flies around this camel's head. Ooh, God. That was really like the only thing that was kind of gross to me out, the flies, because flies are just super gross.
They
But
are.
it was just amazing that the camel was just hopping and I thought so many times that the camel was going to fall over because all these rocks, right, from the pyramids just chipped away for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And I thought, that the camel was going to fall. The legs are like really thin. Girl, this camel that was just going in its natural shit.
I need a man that channels a camel.
Please.
Lord. Lord.
Not channel the camel.
Yeah, I don't mean Jay-Z. Not that type of channel. No, not that type of channel, the camel.
That's hilarious. So yeah, so this Egyptian stuff that you're talking about, and seeing the Sphinx, right? That big with the nose. I mean, this is like shit that you only see in the movies.
Yes.
And I was right there.
Yes.
Touching it. No lines. No nothing. No. Hey, you gotta move back. No.
Right.
I was on the freaking climbing up a pyramid, son.
That's you and your ancestors, touching where your ancestors touched, right? How dope is that?
It was amazing.
They don't even know how the pyramids were built. They could say what they want. They don't know.
How the fuck were the pyramids? Do you know how the pyramids were built?
Girl,
Yes.
downloading stuff from Spirit. When I finish getting them downloads, I'm gonna let you know.
Holla at me. Seriously.
But I'm telling you what they say is not what it is. Because there are actually pyramids on every continent.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up.
I know that.
Every single continent.
Mexico. I mean,
that's how we know that we are the originators of the earth.
I went to Tulum. I went to Tulum right before the pandemic, February 2020. On the way back from Tulum, I was the only bitch on the airplane with a mask, going and coming. People were looking at me like I was fucking crazy, right? P.S. Get to Tulum. I felt like I was at home.
Yes.
I found the pyramids, me and my homegirl, same homegirl. We traveled the world together. We went to Tulum. We went to Egypt. Went to Tulum for her birthday. Went to Egypt for my birthday. Anyway, got off the plane.
And I'm looking at Africa on your shirt. It's so crazy. I'm like zoned in on your shirt now. That's so wow.
I got a globe on my
like
shirt.
I'm listening to you and I'm like, why am I drawn right here?
I'm super hippie. I'm a trug. I'm a tree hugger. I'm also very urban. I wear Timbs and I don't give a fuck. And I drink 40s, but I also hug trees. I mean, listen, we can keep it gangster or we can keep it cute. So whatever, it's all good.
You drink the pour it in a wine glass.
I could do both, but I originated, just straight out the bottle.
I love it.
In the schoolyard, across the street from the precinct, and no cops ever busted us. Never. I'm talking underage drinking, music, everything directly across the street from the 105 precinct. Shout out to Queens, born and raised. Y'all never came over across the street and bothered us. Never. Anyway, so yeah, back to Tulum. Pyramids. we went and saw the pyramids in Tulum, and we're walking around, and it's like grassy. It's weird.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even been at the pyramids yet in Egypt, but that I was walking on grass, and there were pyramids, like these huge stone pyramids that are just, and these stone arches. It was like
somebody built that with their hands without the technology we have right now. How about that?
it's absolutely insane.
Isn't that crazy? Like that's built better than most things that are built now. And look what we have now, and look what they supposedly didn't have then. And even the bees are so ancient that they found honey in the pyramids.
Back to, okay, I can actually believe that. Back to putting the honey in your eye.
It burns.
Okay, now we're talking regular honey.
No.
Okay, what are we talking?
The honey, they call it jimarito. Might have said that wrong for the Spanish folk. Don't judge me. I'm from Brooklyn. But
I know that's right. Hold on. Hope you gotta. This said, listen, I'm not smart. I'm a scientist, but I'm from Brooklyn. So
listen, I keep trying to tell people, don't let the scientist shit fool you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm super ratchet. I could be on the block or the boardroom, and I could move accordingly every single time. Right. I used to be called the Brownsville bully for a reason. So
Brownsville. Oh, shout out to Brownsville.
East New York. You gotta get rich there real quick.
Live in East New York. Shout out to 228 Crystal Street, Crystal and Sutter, right across the street from the Peas.
Shout out to the 75th precinct that used to always bother me.
Shout out to the 75, 1000 Sutter Avenue. Y'all ain't shit.
Yes. Yeah.
1000 Sutter Avenue. Y'all ain't shit.
They really ain't though.
Stay safe though, but stay safe. Okay?
Whatever. I ain't gonna say all that. But anyway.
We listen. We want all people who do right by all human beings to move accordingly. And
then they should have put 75th.
Well, that's why I said 75th ain't shit. So anyway, so back to the honeybees. Back to the honey in your eye.
Yeah. So this is bees that because when bees make honey, right? The honey. The way that the honey tastes, smells, all the essence of the honey comes from whatever flowers, right, they were visiting, right, prior to making the honey, right? So that's how you have like orange blossom honey, because those bees were feeding on orange blossoms, right?
Today I looked at wildflower honey. So
right.
That means the bee was on a wildflower.
Right. Because beekeepers, they have a certain, because bees are very loyal. Wherever their hive is, like they come back there, right? But they're very majestic animals, right? And they go where they go. So beekeepers, they usually have like certain plants or different fruits. So they'll be like blueberry honey. And if they fed on certain things, the honey will taste like blueberry or citrus or whatever they fed on. And so that's why if you have allergies, right, you should get honey from local. That will help you with your allergies. Why? Because the same stuff that's making you sneeze is the same plants, right? The same plant like that the bees have been visiting. So when you get that honey, it helps you not have the allergies.
You are dropping so many jewels.
So leave all that other stuff alone. Just get you some local honey.
Did you hear what Sis said? Sis said,
local honey.
Get local honey, because the local honey is made from the local bees, and the local bees ate on whatever local shit is in the air that we're coughing and sneezing up. Yo, I have allergies for my whole life. I think I bought local honey. I think I just bought local honey.
Farmers markets, they usually have the little farmers markets and stuff in the different areas. Go there, get you some local honey, you know, and that's that. Because when you ingest the honey, you're now ingesting the stuff that makes you like gives you the allergy. So when you encounter it again, your body's already kind of used to it, so it doesn't affect you as strongly. You got that immunity that you built up,
kind of like a vaccine.
Right. Yeah, that thing.
But we won't talk about that
Because
vaccine because
I
that's
I don't rock with that shit at all. I don't care. Call me a scientist, call me whatever, but I know too much, and because of that, my kids aren't vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated. I don't play that shit.
and it seems like you take great pride in that.
I say,
Ashe, Ashe,
yeah.
and
We have to get back to knowing who we are as people, right? We get so easily thrown off, right? We get so easily, knocked off of our square, right? Because we don't stand strong with who we are. When you know that you are, you know, the original people and all of this other stuff, then you already know that you have everything inside of you to fight whatever, right? But it all starts in the mind too. So once they conquered your mind, it's a wrap. You're gonna go with whatever. So my children are vegan. Um, yeah, they've been vegan most of their Usha's always been vegan. Samir's been vegan since he was 2. That's the 9-year-old, right? And they don't really get sick, right? I breastfed, all that good stuff. We got to know who we are and keep that generationally going. Otherwise, we're going to be looking outside of ourselves to try to heal and figure it out. It's already in there. You just got to tap in.
right. And you said, and you're vegan as well.
I eat fish every now. I'm an island girl. I'm from St. Vincent, and
Where is Saint Vincent?
St. Vincent is in the Caribbean. It's a really teeny tiny island. The full name is St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I was born there. I'm an island girl, true and tried and true. Yes, I
There's
love
the
the
accent.
island. Yes, yes, very much so. And
Flag
it's
look
also a
like.
very spiritual land, right? Very spiritual, very herbal. A lot of natural resources. There are a lot of alkaline resources there as well. So one of my goals is to actually open up a healing center there before I leave this plane.
I love
Yeah.
it.
But as far as the honey goes, the honey down there is made with the bees, right, that are local to Honduras. So I brought some up when I came, but I also still connect to people that go back there. And I'm also a little bit connected to Dr. Sabi's son. So whenever he gets in stock, he kind of lets me know too. So um, I still put it in my eyes every now and then. I'll feel something and I'll know, all right, I'm doing too much, right? Like too much screen time, too much stressing, too much something. And I'll feel it in my eyes. And then I'll pop that honey in. You put it in before you go to bed. You close your eyes, you go to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, it's like your eyes are sealed shut because you're the mucus. You know what I mean? Like you'll feel the mucus coming out, and you'll have to use like some, like some warm compress to kind of like get the yuck out. But that yuck is what needs to come out,
Right.
right? But if you don't have, if obviously everybody can't get to Honduras, I think Manuka honey, which is kind of expensive compared to the honey you buy in the supermarket, but it's worth it. Manuka honey works well as well.
I have actually seen that in the supermarket, Manuka honey.
I think it comes from New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken.
It's great as an alternative,
Yeah.
a local alternative. Got it. So okay, so you went to see Dr. Sabi. You were there for 5 weeks,
Last 5 weeks, yeah.
and at the end of the 5 weeks, you had your vision.
I had it after 5 days.
You had it after 5 days. What did Dr. Sabi do?
First of all, he was literally the coolest dude ever. In my mind, before I met him, I thought he was gonna be like Gandhi, like speaking, but he's really like Gandhi plus Denzel from Training Day.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
he's gangster.
He was so fucking gangster. He was gangster as shit.
Gangster.
When I first met him, right, we went to his house. He lives in a glass house. He used to live in a glass house. I keep forgetting to speak about him in the past tense. But he lived in a glass house on the, in the village. And we went to his house and we were all sitting in the living room, right?
Wait, for those who just turned in, we're talking about Dr. Sabi. My friend Tamykah, she knows Dr. Sabi. Well, she knew Dr. Sabi. She knows Dr. Sabi and the fam. So listen, go ahead. You were in the house.
I mean, the house is like it's like glass everywhere. So you look up and it's like a glass ceiling. You can see the birds, like on the ceiling as well. So we're all sitting there in his living room waiting for him to come out. And all of a sudden, we don't know how to act. We're like, oh my God, he's about to come out, right? And so this music starts playing. And it's like this gangster jazz music. Like, and he comes out and he's just like, you know, like bopping
to the gangster. Dr.
Yeah.
Now bopping to the gangster jazz.
Yes, and he comes, he sits down, and like he was like, yo, my nigga, like he.
What? Hold on. What?
Yes.
Baby said, yo, my nigga.
He spoke like that. Yo, he was, all jokes aside, I'm gonna find the YouTube video because one of the ladies that were there with me, she did a whole recording, right, of us sitting in his living room. Like he was a cool dude. You know what I mean? Like he was very relatable. When he laughed, it was like thunder. Like it was like you were hearing, like his voice resonated.
Like
Yeah.
my nephew Logan, he's only 2, he's gonna be 3. He laughs like that. When he laughs,
it's strong.
You don't even understand what the fuck he's laughing at, but when he's laughing, it's like, damn, you feel it.
Yes. And he was so skinny, and he was so tall. So when he sat down, like his leg literally like wrapped around as he was sitting there.
How tall?
He was pretty tall. I don't know. I'm very bad when it comes to distance and heights and shit. That ain't my type of science, you know. But he was very tall and lanky. And so he sat there. We were there for like 2 hours. He told his story. He answered questions. He told about different people that he heals. And in fact, when we were down there, Prince died when we were down there. And he was so devastated because he was like, you know, that was one of his clients. And he was like, I don't believe that's how he really died.
A second, hold on. Prince, my heart is pounding. Prince
died. Yeah.
First of all, Prince is my favorite artist.
Really?
One of my favorite artists. I saw him twice in concert.
Oh my goodness.
And today I met a person named Prince. And I told this person, Prince, when he introduced himself to me, that the same story, that Prince is my favorite artist, and I saw him twice in concert.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And
he was a client of Dr. Sabi, and so were you. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was like, you know, he said, I don't believe it was overdose because like he didn't, you know what I mean? Like he didn't want to take medicine. Like that's just his religious and spiritual beliefs didn't, you know what I'm saying, to do drugs. If you're not taking pharmaceuticals, like why are we taking the other stuff, right? But he said that's not what he knew of him. So he was pretty sad about that.
That is so right. If we're not taking pharmaceuticals, how are we overdosing on fentanyl and heroin and whatnot? That doesn't make any sense. That makes zero sense.
Yeah.
That makes zero sense. I am trying to live holistically as well.
Mm-hmm.
Little orange pill bottles that used to fill up my medicine cabinet are now gone.
Good.
Are completely gone. So why? And even now, like if I have a headache or cramps, I don't go to Tylenol.
It's here. It's a mental thing. It's that. See, the thing is that when we're so into instant gratification right now, right? And we're kind of like, we wimps right now, right? Because we know there's a Tylenol, right? And people will take Tylenol not even understanding what it's doing in the body, right? They don't tell me the mechanism of what Tylenol is doing in the body before you take it, and then I'm gonna let you take it. But you don't know. Somebody told you, you tried it and it worked, right? So being a toxicologist, I'm not a judgy person. Like a drug is a drug is a drug, right? Everything is a drug in the right concentration. So water is a drug if you drink too much of it, et cetera, right? But it's like, we need to tap in more into our innate healing abilities, right? Because our brain is like wired in a certain way.
Programmed. First, it's programmed from all the bullshit, but then it's also programmed to work a certain way with certain like natural things.
Yes, it's called the neuroplasticity of the brain, right? So it's kind of like your brain doesn't know the difference between something actually happening and you thinking about it happening. That's why we get triggered, right? In good or bad ways. So for example, you were sexually assaulted by somebody in a red shirt. So now you've associated the color red with that assault. Every single time you see somebody in a red shirt, you start breathing, fight or flight kicks in, all of that, because your brain just got triggered in a way where it brought you back. Right? Just like the smell of baking bread reminds me of my grandmother. As soon as I smell it, it's like it takes me back there. So if we can use that same superpower for good and to our benefit, what could we do? Right? You don't know if it's really happening or if you're thinking about it happening. That's how porn works, right? Think about it. Because if somebody's looking at porn, I'm gonna use a man because they're more, whatever.
Right.
We'll use a man.
Yes.
A man is looking at porn. Nobody's touching him. Not one single. He's looking at a screen, and that screen and the messages he's getting from the screen is making him imagine that he is the person in that screen that's the recipient of whatever sexual act. There's nobody around him, but he just got aroused, right? Some men don't even have to touch themselves. They just come just like that because the mental part of it is so wired in that way that it produces that type of response from that type of stimulus.
So, AKA, your brain is motherfucking powerful, y'all. It's literally what you just said is all in the brain.
It's all in the brain, but we don't move in that way. So, for example, say you get up in the morning and your alarm didn't go off, right? And now you're like, you only have 20 minutes to get ready, opposed to an hour. What do we say? I hope I'm not late.
Yes.
We're already saying the word late. Every word has a frequency, right? So now everything that happens is going to be on the same frequency of the words that we chose to use. So now you stub your toe. Now the shower don't work. Now you slip in the tub. All of these things are happening back to back because you've already you put yourself on that frequency. But if you say to yourself, I'm going to be on time, there's a difference there. It's a different message you're sending to your brain. And so that's what it is. We live in the what you don't want to happen versus what you want to happen, because sometimes we're scared to even like affirm things, right? So I hope we're not late. In fact, I'm gonna be on time. That's a whole different vibe.
Wow. You're dropping, y'all.
These are my life lessons. I've learned these things the hard way.
Y'all, those that are listening to us around the world right now, hi, because I can see I can see that y'all are listening. And for those that are watching us on the screen right now around the world, hey, because I can see that you're watching. Y'all need to go back and watch this episode because we are not even through the fucking horoscopes.
Oh, word, we need to get to the caps.
Talking about your love, Usha. And then we went to Egypt, and then we went to Honduras, and then we went to Tulum.
Word.
Went back to Honduras to talk.
We came to Brooklyn. We went to Brownsville.
We went to Brownsville. Then we went over to East New York to the 75th.
Okay.
And then we went back to Dr. Sabi and sat in his glass house, and he came outside and said, "What up, my nigga?" Listening to the gangster jazz.
He came out dancing.
He came out dancing.
He did.
With the long camel legs.
And with his long thing. I forgot what that long shirt is called.
Ooh, what color was it? White?
It was like tan. I'm gonna try to find the thing for you. Keep talking. I'm gonna find it.
Gosh, right. So then from there, and now we're at porn. Okay. We're in your bedroom. Your bedroom. We see you. We see you, men. Okay. You're in your bedrooms or in your shower, wherever you find that little quiet time. Y'all get it on in the shower too. Okay.
Oh, I found it.
Here we. Oh my God, sis.
Oh no, he didn't have that on that time. He had on a t-shirt and in these long pants. Hold on, can you see?
Dr. Sapi having on a regular t-shirt.
Hold on, do you see him here?
Oh my God, I do see him.
That was with his daughter, Taiwan.
Who's that child?
That's his daughter, Taiwan. He had a child at 81, I think. No, 78. He had her. Can you see? I'm gonna send you an actual picture because I know it's like
I can see it. So it's really true. The dick still works when you're in your late 70s.
If you eat it right, alkaline. And from what he said, her Taiwan's mom, she was like in her 20s, and she came after him. That's what he said.
For him.
Like she came to him and she was like, "You gonna be my baby daddy?" And he was like, "How you know I can still get it out?"
Are you for real?
Yeah, I think he said that she had that she was supposed to be with him, and then the daughter ended up coming out looking just like Dr. Sabi's mom, and maybe born on her birthday or the day she died. I'm not, I don't remember off the top of my head right now, but she was in her 20s and he was 78. He said, and she loved him. She was gorgeous.
Wow.
She was gorgeous. She was gorgeous.
So back to the mind being a powerful thing, that
Mhm.
yes, we can will manifest
Ashe, yes.
things for good and then also things for bad.
Yeah, but we do it to ourselves all the time, and then we blame other people.
Oh, sit.
Nobody want to hear that.
Say that shit. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my sister. What you just said right there, I said to someone 1 week ago.
Wow.
You manifested something bad on yourself, including me, with me involved. And now we are in this situation because you did it and you're mad at me. Wow.
But some people don't know that they've done it. That's the thing. We don't realize how powerful our thoughts are. And when you're not in control of your thoughts, and you don't really, like take, inventory of your thoughts, then you don't realize, like, we are constantly manifesting. It's just that we don't realize it because we don't see that our thoughts become things, right?
Oh, you are just dropping these
It's the
jewels,
truth.
and this is just connecting. Everyone, listen.
It's the truth.
You know how we connect here on the show. That's why you guys keep coming back. I appreciate you. But today, it's just the Divine Feminine. In fact, the hashtag at the bottom of the screen is Divine Feminine for those who are just, not just, but for those who are listening all over the globe on the radio. Thank you. So you can't see the hashtag at the bottom of the screen. It says hashtag Divine Feminine. And Tamykah and I are here today with the shits. Okay, Tamykah's born on my brother's birthday. Can you believe that?
I know.
Tamykah is born on my first brother's birthday.
Synchronicity.
I only have two.
I don't have any.
One born on April 26th and one born on April 22nd. That's it.
Wow, my sister's April 21st.
And my nephew's April 21st.
Yeah, see? Bullies.
I love it. I love it all. Okay, so how about we just close out the horoscopes? Because,
yes.
All right, so Sag, uncertainty about professional matters can lead to an increased determination to get ahead, Sagittarius, despite confusion as to how to do it exactly. It might be wise to do some research, organize all your information, and use that to formulate a plan of action. The resulting advancement may be slow moving, but it's sure and steady. A wealth of experience that enriches your life should follow.
Everybody's been asked to meditate today. Everybody's like going in, go within, go within.
Go within.
Go within so you don't go without.
Exactly. Go within. What other signs of the Leo, right? Talk with your partner.
Talk about wealth.
Yes, talk about wealth,
spirituality
that you love, and manifest greatness together. Like you said earlier, you and your kids every day. I'm going to put this up on the screen again. Every day at 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. you do a manifestation time with your kids where you play Londrell's song Manifesting Money, and that's up on the screen. So for those who are listening, Londrell, okay, that's L.
He's amazing. Everything.
Right. Oh, it's a guy.
Yes.
That's L like love, O-N like Nancy, D like dog, R-E-L-L-E. That's Londrell, okay? Go to Londrell, find him on Apple Music, wherever you listen to your music, and look up his song, Manifesting Money. Do that every time you can that you think of it. Even if it's during the day or especially at 11:11 a.m. and p.m. Ashe. All right, so Sag, we got some research and organization to do, okay? Listen, don't get anxious about it. Don't get anxious about it. Take your time. Just one step in front of the other. That's it. Hey, Capricorn.
Boy.
That's tiny sign.
My oldest is a Capricorn. Lord.
Yeah.
We've been on a journey.
It's a process. And how are things going on this journey?
We're better now. It took a long time. We're approaching better. I'll put it that way. When you have two earth signs, And she was I had her when I was 18, so she's like how do I put it? I had to grow up and nurse my inner child while mothering a child, you know?
Totally. 18.
That was,
You're
yeah,
a kid.
I was in a group home, all of that good stuff. So
You gotta get back on this show, and we gotta start like from the beginning because we
I got you.
started 5 years ago when you got blind and
Yeah.
you had Usha. So we just know you from 5 years. We need to go all the way back. So you're gonna be back for that.
Whenever you want.
Love it. Okay, so Capricorn,
Mm.
opportunity to travel, perhaps with friends or a group you belong to, could come your way today, Capricorn. Discussions with others could lead to the confirmation of practical arrangements. You might also seek to advance your education as your intellect is especially active now. Whatever new experiences come your way could lead to new paths, interests, and opportunities. Don't let doubts or fears get in your way.
Wow. I just told her that earlier.
Good deal.
She just started cosmetology school.
Oh,
And I just told her that earlier. Like literally almost verbatim what you just read.
I love that.
Yes.
Love that. Destroy all that doubt, all that fear, all
In
that.
fact, don't even destroy it. You gotta transmute that shit.
Mm.
Because you can't destroy it, it's energy. You can't create or destroy it, but you got to figure out how to turn it into usable energy,
There you go.
how to digest. 'Cause that's the whole point of digestion. When we digest food, we put it in our body, and the digestive part of our body, it turns that food into usable energy.
Talk that shit, scientist. Talk that shit, scientist.
Yes. So when you're taking all that trauma and stuff, you gotta transmute that shit inside of you.
And it's right here.
Yes. Transmute it.
That's where anxiety is. And when you forget to breathe and when you get stressed out, it's right here. Like,
Base
ow,
and solar.
what happened?
Yes, heart and solar plexus. Those are the two right there.
That and I could see how that happens. Honestly, as someone who is actively working through anxiety every day, who makes a conscious decision to acknowledge that number one, you have anxiety, and number two, try to fix it. You can feel your body. I can feel like when I get tense in
It's
my.
like carbon dioxide building up because you're not taking in any oxygen.
Are you for real? That's when I
Yeah.
feel breathe.
Mhm.
That's when
It's like burning. It's like a burn. It starts like it's very uncomfortable, but you don't realize. Just take a breath.
and then once you take a breath and then you start you catch your breath and you just get a constant flow.
Yes.
It's all good.
Yes. You should come to my I do a free yoga every Sunday virtually.
Okay, we're gonna put that up on the screen right now. So it's called Join Tamykah.
Yes.
Tamykah.
It's TamykahAnthony.com.
What is it called?
TamykahAnthony.com.
TamykahAnthony.com.
Mm-hmm. And sign up for free yoga every Sunday at 9 a.m. All levels welcome. I like to call it spiritual yoga.
I love it.
I speak to your soul.
Spiritual yoga. I
Yeah.
love that. I am going to join you this upcoming Sunday.
And it's Mother's Day this Sunday. So you can come and get that good vibe.
I love that. Thank you so much for that. I said to myself, I want to buy a new yoga mat.
Mm-hmm.
I've acquired several over these past 20 years doing yoga, and I just recently got rid of all of them. And I want to buy a new.
I got one for you.
Oh,
Go on my site. I just designed a few of them. They're on there right now.
oh my gosh.
It's a whole brand. It's a whole brand. Transmute that shit, sis. Brand. See, I want to see my pin.
Wait, so sis, you're telling me that you design yoga mats?
I design yoga mats. I design inspirational merch for transmute, transcend, and transform. Yoga mats, cups, everything. It's a lifestyle. Got to keep reminding yourself that no matter what happens to you, you can always transmute that shit, sis.
Transmute that shit, sis.
Literally.
Is that your fuck yeah affirmation?
Oh, for real. Yeah, that's the whole brand.
Okay, all right, hold on. So we do a fuck yeah affirmation. I started this last week. And so my fuck yeah affirmation for this week is I make shift happen.
I love it.
Okay, I make shift happen. And that's what you're talking about, transmuting shit.
Hold on, wait. And I'm going to send you a t shirt too, but hold on.
Transmuting, shifting the energy, shift, Oh my gosh. Y'all, I told you when you, oh my God, transmute that shit, sis. With a black girl with an afro. With yoga. Come on, you get another year. Y'all, I can't believe this. I mean, I can believe this because I'm very powerful and I know that and I bring powerful people into my life. But Tamykah just put up her t-shirt that she designs. She's also a fashion designer in case you guys didn't know. She's a forensic scientist. She's a mom. She's a Brooklyn girl. She's an island girl. She is a yoga instructor. I mean, okay, so listen. So we're going to go back to yoga for a second. We're going to join spiritual yoga. This is every Sunday at 9 a.m. Okay, you're gonna go to Tamykah. That's T like Tom, AMYKAH, Anthony.com. That's TAMYKAH, Anthony, common spelling.com. Sign up. It's every Sunday at 9 a.m. And it's free. It's free. You know what? I'm gonna put that up on the screen too because
$3.99.
Yes, it is. It's absolute free. Okay.
It's my gift to the world. God put it in my soul and said I had to do it, and here I am.
You know, and I totally agree with that. You know, if you feel like you have a gift that you want to share with the world, with a person, whatever, and not charge for it. I mean, it's really a gift. It's gonna come back to you full circle in spades either way. So I
want Black women to have that space. I mean, Black people, because when I became a yoga instructor,
Black women, protect Black women, okay?
Very much so.
Protect Black moms, okay?
Yeah, when I became a yoga instructor, I wasn't really thinking about teaching. I had went through a really traumatic breakup that resulted in like 3 miscarriages. My body was broken, my soul was broken, my spirit was broken, my heart was broken. At least I thought it was broken. I figured it was just a little bent up. It was banged up, right? And I didn't know what to expect from yoga because I'm a scientist, you know, so
very logical and rational.
Right.
1 + 1 = 2. It must.
There you go. Right? So now it's yoga, and it's like 1 + 1 means whatever you want it to mean. And I'm like, wait. So what's the formula?
What's the formula, sis? Nah,
right.
The formula is babe. It's whatever.
But the beautiful thing about yoga is that I learned that how I show up on the mat is how I show up in my life. So when things get too hard, what do? What is that self-talk that's happening when you're pushing yourself? Do you give up too easily? Do you believe in yourself, right? How confident are you really? And so I realized that I was giving up too easily in life. I wasn't pushing myself as much as I knew I could go. So I went from being like super tight, literally, physically, spiritually, all of that, to like busting it wide open on the mat, right?
Bust wide open. You must
wide open.
You must bust it wide open. You must.
I mean, it's there for that reason, right? And so I learned more about the chakras, what works, and things like that. And it helped me so much. It put me back together. It made me see myself again in ways that I'd never seen myself before, and I felt whole. And I found myself sitting on the mat, just doing I would eat on the mat. It was safe space. And for somebody that has never really felt safe in their life, right? I was always looking for that safety in other people. Like, let me find a man that makes me feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, through my parents, I didn't have that safety. And so the mat made me realize that I was in control of my own safety, right? And I found that safe space on the mat. And I said, you know what? the mat literally transformed. I was able to transmute shit on the mat, transcend shit on the mat, and transform myself, mind, body, and spirit. Like my body is in a better shape now than it's been in forever. And I had 3 kids, right? And I said, I want to give this to women because if it did it for me, man, like, can you imagine what we could do if we started a movement of just transmuting shit and knowing that you can do it? Because people always like turn lemons into lemonade. No, bitch, turn that shit into whatever the fuck you want to turn it into.
Yes, turn that shit into limoncello and fucking lemon pies or whatever the fuck.
And not even lemon, turn it into apple juice for all you want, right?
Turn that shit into champagne. How about that?
There you go.
Turn that
And
shit.
knowing that you can do that, like that's within you to do. And so when you realize that you can transmute trauma, all of that stuff that's inside you that you're like, I don't know what to do with it, transmute that. People always ask me, how do you do all of these things? You're a scientist, you're a doula, you're a minister, you homeschool your kids.
Doula too, that means, okay, just because we've got only 10 minutes left.
Yes, I'm a doula too.
What? Tell the people. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I told y'all at the beginning of the show that I've got really fucking smart friends. I got really fucking smart friends. I got really fucking talented friends. I got really fucking hot friends. I got fucking friends who are doulas. What's a doula?
A doula is somebody that helps with the birthing process, but like the whole process from before you get pregnant, helping you to that part through all your trimesters to delivery, you know, especially we were speaking about Black women not being respected in the medical field. And so my job is to make sure that my clients, they are heard and seen and their birthing experiences go exactly, if not exactly, as close as possible to what their desires are.
And this is what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes.
And this is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. This is exactly why I'm changing my doctors, because I know that we are not being listened to. We're made fools of. They just give us whatever the fuck they want to give us. Bullshit. And we die.
Black women have the highest mortality rate when it comes to delivering children, because they're not being listened to.
All because we have pain here and we know it doesn't feel right, but then it's diagnosed as endometriosis or whatever the fuck it is. Or no, not endometriosis. It's diagnosed as like an STD. Mm-hmm. It's diagnosed as an STD, but you have endometriosis.
Yeah, it's a lot going on in that realm, and that's part of my job too. Like I do a lot of womb wellness. Yes, you got to teach women how to listen to their own body. Some women don't know how to even like acknowledge their cycle, that they have 2 cycles. Like people think I only have 1 cycle. So you have 2 cycles. You have an ovarian cycle and you have a uterine cycle, right? It's this deep. So I do a lot of educating on that because a lot of it comes from us just not knowing our bodies. What does discharge mean? What does it look like throughout the month? You know, what does it mean if I have a 28-day cycle versus a 30-day cycle, right? What is it? How long am I supposed to, bleed for during my period? Am I supposed to feel pain? You know, we don't really understand certain things about our body because they're not educating us. They're, factory style. Next. And we feel intimidated like your dad did to even ask questions and speak up because the white coat makes us feel like they're God.
Yes. Dad. I fucking told you, Dad. I fucking told you. You go to the fucking doctor that you want to go to and you tell these not the motherfuckers, but you tell the doctor that you love and you trust and respect. You tell the doctor, okay?
And you ask questions. Why? Why am I taking this?
You ask
what is the actual mechanism that's happening inside my body, right? Like when I take this and I put it into my body, what is it doing that's going to help me? Is it just addressing the symptom of what I'm going through, or is it addressing the root issue of what I'm going through, right? There shouldn't be a foot doctor or there shouldn't be just a doctor that looks at everybody holistically. But the thing is that they separate into all these different parts. So, it's addressing symptoms. You have a headache and you go to the neurologist, but half the time it has very little to do with the neurology. It has to do with something else. You might need a nutritionist, right? So it's not looking at the body as a holistic thing. And that's one of the reasons why I chose not to become a doctor. Like I got into medical school when I was blind, and by divine intervention, I never got my acceptance letter because I could not see it. Right. And in retrospect, I'm like, oh wow, God, I understand now why you didn't want me to go that route, because that's not really, who I am as a person. I'm more of a holistic healer than I am, like the medical side of things. So
Healer and the doctors, they're not healers.
they're
They're not doctors or not healers.
most of them are, like they're not embodiments of what we desire to be. So why am I listening to you?
A prescription for a man-made drug that will treat, not even cure. Wow.
It's deep.
It's so deep. It is.
Like I said, we got to get back to knowing who you are, listening to your body, listening, and stop looking for these quick fix band-aid things. You know what you're doing. You know that you're not drinking enough water, sis. So stop acting like, it's like, I don't understand why my scalp is dry. Let me go to the dermatologist. So they know your scalp is dry because you're not drinking enough water, right? You know why your vagina acting up, because you didn't get up to pee after you had sex to get all that other stuff out and cleanse your, like we know these things, but we don't want to deal with self, so we go to the doctor to try to get,
it seems so elementary, like of course like you said, of course now I have a UTI because I didn't get up and go to pee after having sex.
Right.
I mean, of course, obviously, but no, we want to go because it's something else, and then the doctor's going to give us some type of, what I'm. Oh, sis,
we got to deal with yourself. It's about this is a season of the mirror and dealing with yourself on a physical, metaphysical, spiritual, emotional, mental, all of that, and being honest with yourself about where you are, where you come from, and where you're trying to go, right? And whatever you're going to need to get there. Right? Like that's the thing. We have to look in that mirror and become, reflections.
Exactly.
And deal with them inner child people too. That's another thing.
Say that again.
Deal with our inner children, the inner child.
Do you understand one thing? Let me tell you one fucking thing. This past 2021 was a very difficult year for me. Mm-hmm. And I started not internalizing, but I'm going deep inside to the child in me to try to figure out what the fuck is going on.
She gonna show up at the worst time. She gonna show up when you having sex. You're like, oh, I can't even have an orgasm because she want to remind me of some shit that happened. But she shows up because she wants to be seen. So until you acknowledge her, she's gonna show up and fuck it up. Every single
fact. That is actually a fact. I'm learning that, and knowing that and working through it has just given me so much power.
Yeah.
Sister is listening to me. Listen, it's so difficult. And you need to do it when you're ready. Mm-hmm. Because it's fucking scary.
It is.
You have to be ready to see Freddy Krueger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be willing to shut your eyes and then open it, and open again, and then work through it. Mm-hmm. I am just loving this. I'm loving everything about this, and I'm loving you.
I love you, sis. Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. Listen, everyone who's listening to me, watching me, and Tamykah, join Tamykah's free spiritual yoga this Sunday. Go to TamykahAnthony.com. That's TAMYKAH. Anthony.com. Sign up. It's free. It's every Sunday, 9 a.m., all levels. And listen, our fuck yeah affirmation for today is I make shift happen. And also, Tamykah says, transmute
that shit, sis.
Transmute.
With the exclamation at the end of sis, because in case they ain't know, it's like you yell that shit.
Mute that shit, sis. Transmute that shit, sis. Don't hold on to it. Mold it and make it yours, and you're gonna be fucking fantastic. Also, remember the manifestation exercise, everyone, at 11:11 a.m. p.m.
Set an alarm.
Set a fucking. We set alarms for. I've got 95,000 alarms.
I have alarms. I have alarms for alarms to remind me of the alarms.
Exactly, like 5 minutes before, 10 minutes before. Listen,
Yes.
manifestation time. Listen to Londrell's Manifesting Money. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. So we're gonna. I asked you one of your favorite songs, right? Earlier,
Yeah.
and here it is. It's called
I'm here with
Manifestation.
your daily dose of affirmation.
It's featuring
free to sing
Kiara
along.
Love, and it's by
I got
Peachka.
money in the bank, what you think, what you thought.
Here we
I'm
go.
loving all this energy, I'm clearing
With
bitches
love.
out. I ain't stressing, manifesting what ain't serving
Y'all
me
next
will go. I'm rocking with my higher self, I'll never be alone. I got money in the
Join
bank,
me,
what you
my
think,
love.
what you thought. I'm loving all this energy, I'm clearing bitches out. I ain't stressing, manifesting what ain't serving me will go. I'm rocking with my higher self, I'll never be alone. I got money in the bank and it start to overflow. I'm tapping into energies, ain't worried anymore. I know what I need, don't come to me, the rest I'm letting go. I don't need no one to save me, I'ma do it on my own. Yeah, I'm healing from the shit, but it used to hold me down. They asking where I've been, cause I don't ever come around. Baby, please don't take it personal, I'm working on my sound. Gotta stock up on my energy, I know that it's profound. I got money in the bank, what you think, what you thought. I'm loving all this energy, I'm clearing bitches out. I ain't stressing, manifesting what ain't serving me will go. I'm rocking with my higher self, I'll never be alone.
So much money in the bank, what you think, what you thought? Manifested everything, it started with a thought. Planting all these seeds, real growth is what it brought. I got everything I need, I don't even need a front. Had to break out the illusion, it's a mindset thing. I had to switch the lens on it, I was blind to things. But now I'm nourishing my body, I align with things. Could get anything I want in order.